Dear Aunt Flo is a podcast about bad periods, and I'm your host, Elisa Michelle. Every month, we'll dive deep into my own vaginal monologues as I discuss my journey with endometriosis and share stories that we wish someone would have warned us about sooner. I am your new period BFF, so let's get comfortable speaking about our cycles. All right, welcome back to another episode of Dear Aunt Flo. Yes, I know, it's been a while since I've graced your podcast eyes and ears. If you've been following me, though, elsewhere, you know that I still am actively vlogging on YouTube on both this channel, at Elisa_Michelle, and on my new business YouTube channel at Illustrated Melanin. So if you're not already, please go follow me over there. But I just haven't had time or made time, I guess, to sit down and properly record a podcast episode. And the last one was probably a few months ago. And a lot has happened since then, since March. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but I'm here now. And that's all that matters, right? Please forgive me. If you're new here, though, welcome to the period party. Thanks for joining. Whether you listen or watch, I hope that you interact with us in the comments. Share this with a friend. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to subscribe at Elisa_Michelle to get all the juicy notifications when we upload a new video. If you're listening on Apple or Spotify podcasts, please take a few seconds to leave us a review at Dear Aunt Flo. It will help us tremendously to, reach the masses in the in-between of creating videos and episodes. So with that, also, if you're new here, we always do a letter to Aunt Flo. So here we go. Dear Aunt Flo, I literally have nothing nice to say or write to you right now. I wish I did. I will say that the last few cycles have started out decently and then they just go to shit. So yeah, sincerely fed up, Elisa Michelle. Yeah, that's how we start all our episodes off, by writing a letter to Aunt Flo, whether it's a hateful letter like this one or a nice, calm, cool, collected letter. It could go either way. I started this podcast because I have endometriosis and I wanted to share my story and my journey with others who may be experiencing similar things to mine, because going to a doctor was not helping me and I felt like I was going crazy, like literally going crazy. So I started this podcast in hopes of at least releasing myself from myself and sharing my story with you, so that maybe you feel open and available and safe enough to share your story too. So my cycle the last few months take me down on like days 2 through 4, and day 1 is butter. Like, that's not how it used to be. Like, day 1 through 2 took me down. Day 1 right now is like magic. I wouldn't even know my period was coming if I did not track my period. So I don't know if it's the castor oil packs that I have been doing every night, where I take a dollop, literally a dollop. I know they say use a quarter size amount when you're doing your hair and conditioner, and we know not to do that. But with the castor oil, all you need is a dollop. Okay, a little goes a long way. But you put it in your navel area, or you massage it into your stomach area every night, except on the week that you are bleeding. I will say this again. Do not do the castor oil packs on the week that you are menstruating. Don't say I didn't warn you. I found this out the hard way. I was wondering why my cycles were so much heavier. And then I learned not to do the castor oil during the week that you bleed, because you will bleed more. So, yes, I don't know if my day 1 is butter because of the castor oil packs that I do every night, except the week that I'm bleeding, or if it's the acupuncture that I started in March. I've been doing it consistently, probably every other week since March, since I started in March, and that could be contributing to the ease into my cycle. But neither of those two things are helping with days 2 through 4. So yeah, I don't know. I wish I did know, because that would be amazing. But anyway, that's not why we're here. Today's episode is a sad one, a short one, and a late one. So I am mourning the loss of wine and beer. Moment of silence, please. Not that it's going anywhere except maybe off the shelves in Canada, but I made the surprisingly easy decision to cut alcohol out for 2025. And it'll officially be 6 months on June 28th, which I think is next week. And so, yay me. If you remember, I had my last beer on December 28th, 2024. My hubby and I went out to support our favorite Barrio Logan brewery because it was closing. And I only remember this date vividly because a few days later, my entire uterus attacked itself and sent me to the hospital. So if you're watching, I'll post the video somewhere. And then I'll post the link in the show notes as well to my hospital video. But yeah, I don't know if it was the beer that set everything in motion. But honestly, my body hasn't really been responding well to alcohol for a while now. And I just decided to stop putting it in my body. I think the biggest loss will be the wine. Okay, I love a good red wine. Wine me down, okay? I did a girls' trip to Mexico last year for a friend's birthday. Oh my God, wine galore. All right, we went to Valle Guadalupe, and because when you're in San Diego, Mexico's right there. So, duh. But we had a time. But I always get either really gassy or really bloated after too much wine. So wine had to go. I haven't really dabbled in liquor since college, really. So I'm not really missing much there other than a margarita. Oh my God, a frozen margarita. Mwah, chef's kiss. But, and then beer is always a refreshing option in the summer heat. But again, easy decision because my health is more important. So it's funny too because post 30, alcohol becomes more of a hassle than anything. You drink maybe a little too much, maybe not even, okay? One glass will take you down. And you have to take a full 24 to 48 hours to recover. And who has time for that? I need to be able to bounce back, okay? I need to be on my stuff by the next day. So in college, you can bounce back within 2 hours, take a good nap, and then keep drinking. But after 30, hell, after 27, it's questionable. So yeah, one thing I'm learning, or one thing I've learned the hard way, alcohol and endo do not mix. So I won't be drinking for the foreseeable future. Also, wanted to get a head start on preparing my body for carrying life because God willing, I will be a mother one day. Okay, God willing. So I don't know the specifics of any research to note, but I feel alcohol does more damage than it does good, and I only want to put good in my body right now. And the more good I can do, the better, right? I don't know if this will be a forever thing, if this will be a year-long thing. I don't know if this will be until I can have surgery or until I, can get pregnant and have the baby and go through the breastfeeding process. I don't know. Maybe I'll just stay completely sober forever. Who knows? But right now, the way that my body is set up, the way that my uterus and all the endometriosis that is infiltrated all parts of me, alcohol is not a great decision. It's not a good decision. So I just know that I'm listening to my body and understanding what it currently needs and what it currently does not need. I think the only time that I feel left out is like when we're around friends or at a restaurant. It's funny because we went out for a friend's birthday and they had this whole like VIP section set up. We had a bartender at our service, at our beck and call. And I went up and I was just like, I'll take a soda water. I've never had a soda water in my life, but I was like, what do people do when they don't drink? So I was like, yeah, I'll take a soda water. And the bartender looked at me and he was like, you know, I could just make you a mocktail, right? Like, no one deserves a soda water. And I was like, yeah, duh, do that. Yeah, like, hook that up, please. Like, I don't know what I was thinking, but it doesn't matter. It was good too. He made like this mojito mocktail thing. I don't know what it was, but it was really good. So yeah, I want to hear from you. Like, did you give up alcohol for your endo? What does that look like for you? Like, was it hard? Did you transition? Did you go cold turkey? I went cold turkey. Like, December, that day was enough for me to be like, I'm good. Like, I don't need any adverse reactions. I've thought about like just trying a glass of wine just to see what would happen, because the last bout that took me out was beer's fault, right? So I was like, maybe I'm okay with wine every once in a while. But also, I don't think it's the risk of like effing around and finding out. So I'ma stick to the mocktails and the water. And plus, it's been an easy 6 months, actually. Like, it hasn't been hard at all. So I want to keep this going. So I told you this is going to be a really short episode. So it's really like, I'm not drinking alcohol anymore. It's been 6 months. I don't feel bad about it. I actually feel really good not having to like be hungover ever. I could just get up in the morning and like do my devotions and do my workout and go through my morning routine, and it's fine. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I miss the, the casualness of it, like the recreational stuff when you're out and about with friends, or you're just on the couch like watching a movie and you want to have a glass of wine after a long day, or your friends ask you out for a happy hour. Like, yeah, sure, that's all nice, well and good, but mocktails are an option, okay? It's sugar though, so just be mindful of that. Try to like, I don't know, if you can, let the person know, like, maybe look up, I should do that. I should look up certain mocktails to know what's the least amount of sugar I can intake, because honestly, there's so much sugar and Endo feeds off of the sugar. So maybe I'll just stick to water. Anyway, let's get into our affirmation for this episode. I am stronger than my circumstance. Say it with me. I am stronger than my circumstance. I love you. I see you. I hear you. Peace. Hey BFFs, thanks for tuning in to Dear Aunt Flo. If you enjoyed this episode and would like to show support, be sure to subscribe, rate, and review on Apple Podcasts. This will help more period BFFs find our community and add to the conversation. Follow on IG at dearauntflo.pod and let me know what topics you'd like to cover this season. Catch you in the next episode, period.